Authorities are at the Morning Tree Park apartment complex following reports of a deceased person in the area. Positioned next to the dumpster is a body with several stab wounds, so viciously attacked that it's almost impossible to identify.
You have a good face shot of the guy?
Not a good face shot, because it's like this.
That's why I was
associated.
Police initially believed one of the tenants from the complex was responsible, but that assumption was terribly mistaken.
There's like blood all over the ground by the dumpster, and that his head looked like a smashed watermelon.
Beat the f*** out of him and then stabbed him in the head.
That's when he started getting him. He hit him a couple of times and then stomped him a couple of times.
An erratic and dangerous teenage murderer was on the run, and officers needed to catch him before he could strike again.
Step out of the apartment now. You are surrounded.
Doors open.
Police department!
On July 30th, 2023, officers in Lakewood got a report from the Morning Tree Park apartments. The caller claimed they found something near a dumpster and described it as horrific. Police were sent immediately to examine the scene.
So who was the one that saw him? Who called? You did, sir?
Me.
So what happened? What did you see? Like, how did this all...
Okay, me and her, was kind of like dumpster digging, right? And I see this red stuff, you know, we can have the dumpster. So I went in there, and I see his body in there.
While scavenging, Ted noticed blood dripping out from beneath the dumpster. Upon checking, he found an elderly male, motionless and battered so badly that his face was unidentifiable. Detectives now needed to figure out both who the victim was and who was responsible. Luckily, there was someone at the apartments who could help identify the victim.
So,
I see his blood.
yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out if you might... Sounds like that he's one of your residents.
I can look.
This man was Ryan, the property manager of the apartment complex, and he would be key to figuring out who the deceased man was.
Because we don't have Mikey, right?
No, we don't.
Okay, so let's...
Oh, that's not better, yeah.
For now.
So we recognize this guy? Obviously, it's not the best picture, but... Do you think you know who he is?
Possibly. If I can see the picture, it'd be better to identify now.
How about you just give me the name, I can bring up the OL.
He wouldn't be in there.
What's that?
He wouldn't be in there.
Well, I'm sure he'll have some kind of ID. You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
Never?
No.
Okay.
He's a really nice guy, actually, though. I mean, I had a relationship with him, you know, like friend-wise. You don't even trust like anybody with like social security cards or anything. He won't sign a lease. So he'd probably be about 63, 65, somewhere in there. He's partially African American, but he's really light skinned.
Skinny, tall.
Yes.
Skinny.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be Leonard.
What's his last name?
And we're working on that right now.
Well, they're turning their computers on right now, right?
You want to come with me? I can just give you a key. I'll give you a ride over there and a ride back if you want.
No. We'll drive over there to go check on him. But yeah, but she's still trying to pull the data.
Yeah, but I can pull a key for you and she'll get that.
Yep, we'll go check on it. So
right.
A9, I will meet you over there.
Police finally obtained a name, Leonard. But this didn't solve their biggest issue. The manager shared that Leonard had severe paranoia and refused to keep any ID connected to the government. Without any formal identification, things were going to be even harder. Still, officers ran a search in the system, hoping for a possible match.
Find it.
I thought a couple. I was going to start running them for...
Any DOL or prior bookings or anything? There's bookings. That's
2019.
okay. Now he's dealing with crap too. Okay, we're gonna go to A9 and see if this guy's there. Okay. So Megan, no, do you mind talking to my partner? He's the one that's primary.
Okay.
We're gonna go check that apartment that you gave us, make sure there's no one in there. But if you want to just sit down and hang out.
Okay.
While some officers searched records for a match, others went to investigate Leonard's apartment. With assistance from the manager, they quickly got access.
Leonard, Lakewood Police, we just need to know that you're okay. If you want to, we'll just announce for Leonard.
Yep. I could yell for him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hey, Leonard! Leonard!
If you're in here, let us know.
After looking around the apartment briefly, there was no sign of Leonard. Meanwhile, a match had come up in the police system, comparing the victim's face to Leonard's known image. There was no longer doubt. The deceased was 64-year-old Leonard Williams. Neighbors and workers describe Leonard as a warm, gentle man. Though he kept to himself most of the time, he was very kind to those around him. But the case was far from solved. Detectives still needed to uncover who committed the attack and what the motive was.
Okay, so if you walk that way, and actually, obviously it's dark at that hour, but if you walk that route that you just said, and somebody happened to shine their lights into the dumpster area, you would see him laying there. Was there any trash outside of the dumpster area, the path that you guys would have walked?
At the crime scene, one officer noticed something very important that brought them closer to finding the killer. This officer realized something big. The area around the dumpster was chaotic, and blood was visibly dripping. Anyone could have seen it, especially a trained officer. Just 12 hours earlier, the police had been called to the same complex due to a noise complaint. The report came in around 8 p.m., and dash cam footage showed the responding officer walking back to his car, using the same path leading to the dumpster where Leonard's body would later be found. At that moment, the officer saw no blood or heard anything odd, meaning whatever happened took place after he'd left. This helped narrow down the timeline of the murder. Even more revealing, the original noise complaint had come from apartment unit J54, the same one known for a rowdy group of teenagers. The manager said they partied constantly and rarely paid rent. But what no one expected was that the police would learn what really happened at the party, and why a dead body was just a short walk from their door. With that being their main lead, police requested a warrant for Unit J54. They quickly showed up, looking for anything that could suggest violence.
Manager. Oh, there we go. Hey, Brody, liquor, please. Anybody else inside here with you? Sure, come on, let's get over here for a second, okay? Who's all in here with you?
Just me and two people.
Where are they at?
I don't really know.
What are their names?
Jaden
Jaden and who?
Jaden and Ty.
Jaden and Ty, come on out. What up? Ty, come on out, liquor, please. Where's he at?
It was to the corner store.
What's that?
He went to the corner
You
store.
went to the corner store?
When officers arrived, they found Alina and Jaden inside the apartment. One teen, Ty, had apparently fled once the police showed up and wasn't seen inside. His friends claimed he went to the corner shop for snacks, but that story would soon be proven false. For the time being, officers began questioning the group, unaware that one of them was about to reveal horrifying details about Leonard's murder. But before we continue, life can take a sharp turn without warning. That's exactly what happened back in November 2021, when a dad of two was fatally shot at a pop-up event in Orlando. The business complex didn't have proper security. Seeking justice, his family contacted today's video sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. Their legal team fought hard and achieved an $11 million settlement for the grieving family. If you've suffered harm due to someone else's negligence, your injury claim might be worth millions. They don't accept small settlements. They push for full compensation. If you choose them and they don't win, you pay nothing. That's right, no fee unless they succeed. Their track record includes $12 million for a car crash victim and $26 million in Philadelphia, sometimes 30 to 40 times more than insurance first offers. Think you might have a case? It only takes minutes to check. Visit Morgan & Morgan now at www.forthepeople.com/insanitybodycam or use the QR code shown on screen. Now, back to the case. The police began interviewing the teens still inside the unit, believing they might be hiding something.
Okay.
Not here?
Yep. Do you know why we're here?
Yeah.
You're not, I'll make it clear to you, you're not in trouble right now, but you're a witness to something. And so we need to talk about that, okay?
I wasn't.
I got video.
You can say I was a witness, and I understand, but when I heard what he did, I did not walk down the stairs for a reason.
What did you hear that he did?
I heard that he beat up this dude for really no reason. He said that the homeless guy stepped to him, or the homeless guy asked for a cigarette. Or
How well do you know him?
Chubbs?
Yeah.
I've known him for like a month.
So, did you know what happened here the other night? Yeah, what happened? Tell me a little bit about it.
Chubbs had a little incident.
I can't. You gotta.
Chubbs had a little incident.
Yeah, what was Chubb's incident?
Chubbs by the garbage can.
Yeah.
You don't know?
Well, I know what happened already. Okay.
So it's just, we'd get mad and people would say that he would do it, he wouldn't do it, and we'd just go on into do it. But
So Chubbs definitely had an angry problem.
yeah, when he's drunk, he would get very violent.
Okay.
He would be very unhappy. The next thing you know, Chubbs flies open the door and he looks at me and he's got this smile on his face. He's like, I'm so sorry, but I did something really bad and I made a big mistake and I really didn't need to do it. And I go, what'd you do? And that's when his smile completely shut off. So I think he realized, like, he really just took some advice. And then he's like, I killed somebody outside.
Did he tell you how he killed him? How did he?
He beat the fuck out of him and then stabbed him in the throat. This guy is laying down on the side of his face, like against this way.
Mm-hmm.
All you see is him, Chubbs is like down on the ground recording him, and then just starts kicking him like it's a joke.
Thanks to 2 critical interviews, police now had 2 people on their radar, Chubbs and Ty. Their main focus, though, was 17-year-old Brody Chubbs Brown. Alina said Brody had downed 2 bottles of tequila and was also high on weed the night before. Worse still, he was known for becoming aggressive when drunk. At some point during the party, he stepped outside and bumped into Leonard in the parking lot. Leonard may have confronted him about the loud music, or, due to his paranoia, could have just been muttering to himself. Whatever the reason, Brody likely saw Leonard as an easy target and released his rage on him. Alina then mentioned something even more terrifying. Brody filmed everything on Snapchat. He captured himself savagely beating and stabbing Leonard, then shared the clip with others at the party. With Brody identified as the prime suspect, police stepped up their efforts, even calling in helicopters to aid the search. Around the same time, officers received another report. Someone had seen a man running through the Morning Tree Apartments. That man was later confirmed as Trey Crystal, or Ty, the same teen who had fled from Alina's place earlier.
Just tell me a story. Just take me from the beginning to the end. What happened that night?
Yeah, he ended up really drunk, and then he was like trying to fight everyone at the party, but no one would fight him because either they would win and then he was like backing down or stuff like that.
Okay.
So he couldn't fight anyone there, and so he went outside all mad. And then there's this homeless dude or whoever it was walking by, and then he was like, "Oh, keep stepping, keep walking." And then the homeless dude was like, "All right," and then he was like just walking away. And then Chubbs just started getting mad and then just like ran up on him and punched him. And then he just started stomping on him. After a minute or two, he went up inside and then he like grabbed the knife and everyone was trying to stop him, but like he was kind of scary with the knife because he was really drunk.
Once police verified who he was, Ty agreed to speak with detectives. Their job now was to determine if Ty had helped commit the crime or if he knew where Brody might be hiding. Ty claimed he ran off because he was scared. Though his account matched other testimonies, his odd actions made police suspicious. But for the moment, the main goal was still finding Brody. Officers talked to everyone who might know where he went, including Brody's 2 close friends, Miguel Ventura and Dakota Johnson.
I ended up going, basically there was a party posted up that was over at one of our female friends' Britt's house, and eventually Chubbs, I guess he stormed outside. He got really upset. He was drinking 1800 at the time, like tequila. There was someone standing by the garbage cans, and he got really angry at him because I think they were staring at him. He just got closer to him, and I think the dude yelled something at him, and then he just started swinging on him. I get down the stairs, and then that's when he started getting him. He hit him a couple of times and then stomped him a couple of times, and by that point, like it was too much. Like it was just a lot. I grabbed him by his chest and everything. I tried to pull him.
Was there anybody else that was hitting the guy? Was there anybody else kicking him, hitting him, punching, stomping him? And you had text messages with him shortly after. Can you kind of explain to me about those text messages?
It was like the day after he had done it.
Okay.
He did coke and he beat the crap out of this guy and killed him and stabbed him in the neck. And then there was like blood all over the ground by the dumpster, and that his head looked like a smashed watermelon. He told me that he tried to put him in the trash can himself, but he couldn't do it. So that's why he stabbed him in the neck.
As detectives kept interviewing possible witnesses, Brody was finally tracked down, hiding at a family house about 40 minutes away in Yelm.
All right, hey, you three. Yep. If there's people milling around up front, we're gonna detain them right off the bat. So be ready to go hands as soon as they move up.
If they run, or we're letting them run, right?
Yeah. All right, we're capped. That team's rolling up. Male in the stairwell. Dom, it's his first entryway right here on the right. Hey, move up. Move up. I want to be able to see that door. Hey, let's bring it back here. No sense in standing out there. No sense in standing out there. There we go. All right, I got hands on her. Okay. You got cuffs? Yep. Okay. All right. All right, step this way. Just keep your hands up.
I want you to set your phone and your drink on that little concrete barrier right there.
You need a set?
Yeah. Now I want you to step out to me. Come on. Put your hands on your head, flip around, face the building.
Okay. We're good for right now.
Down.
We're just detaining one more.
Hey, come down. Set it down right there. Now put your hands on top of your head and step over to me. I appreciate your cooperation.
I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, what the hell?
SWAT officers surrounded the building, ready to act if Brody made any threatening moves.
Remember, I took a city of crap.
You guys can even hang here. We're just gonna send an entry team out. Just want eyes on them. Okay.
Hey Jay, just for your knowledge, cell phone and Sprite belong to white t-shirt. Cell phone and what he was holding, black t-shirt.
Okay. All right.
Good?
Kevin, who we got? Ryan, Casas, Mike, and I are gonna move up. You guys hold the windows.
Hey, that's primary on
Yep.
there. Primary right there.
All right, black shirt. Start walking this way. Start walking this way. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking.
Come here. Walk to me. Face the building. Put your hands on your head.
All right, primary's in custody.
The first two to come outside were Brian and Jeff, Brody's friends who had been staying there. They claimed to know nothing about the situation or why Brody was being arrested. Then finally, the suspect himself, Brody, came out and surrendered.